Chad, if you would join Dr. Pistello and Matt, please. Shane P. Lynch. Winning isn't everything, but making the effort to win is. 2 years were 26 years in the making. From Liverpool High School to Ohio Wesleyan to SUNY Potsdam to Clarkson University to SUNY Canton. And then he came home to Lemoyne. If the college aspires to instill spirit, inquiry, and leadership, he most certainly belonged here. And in just 2 years as head coach of lacrosse, he moved the program from mediocrity to an undefeated conference record, established a trajectory that ultimately led to the Dolphins' first national championship and earned him Coach of the Year honors. Spirit. His Dolphins were always the best conditioned team on the field, perhaps because their coach often ran and drilled side by side with them. His squad adopted Route 481. He knew that taking responsibility for cleaning the highway would build camaraderie and demonstrate they were more than about lacrosse. Inquiry. He enrolled in a Lemoyne philosophy class to better understand what his players were experiencing. A player recalls there was a reason for everything he did. A well-considered attention to details, from how players dressed to how they ran sprints and drills. Leadership. Everyone who met him felt they were his best friend. He had a natural ability to motivate. He was sincerely concerned about his players, making seemingly random calls to check in. He called players from his sick bed to monitor their academic progress. As he fought his final contest, the entire Lemoyne community joined his effort. His team led a fundraising event attended by thousands and generated tens of thousands of dollars for a special cancer treatment. Though this victory was not to be won, in 28 years his efforts had touched the future. In the hearts and minds of many, and in the values he instilled in the players he loved, he left a legacy that will endure. In just 2 years, he made a home at Lemoyne, where he embodied all the college hopes to be. Therefore, Shane P. Lynch is an honorary member of the Lemoyne College Athletic Hall of Fame.
President Pistello, Athletic Director Bassett, JC, Dickey, Carol, friends of Lemoyne College, thank you for this opportunity to represent my family and accepting this honor for Shane this evening. As a family, we discuss this evening and all those who we should thank. As a lot of you here tonight remember, when Shane was diagnosed with melanoma, he wanted to fight. He did not want to give up. He wasn't sure he was going to win, but he sure as hell was going to give it everything he had. We all wanted to help. What could we do? It's his fight. Well, the fundraiser was the choice that we came up with to raise some funds for experimental treatment in Tennessee. January 1998, this community pulled off an amazing event. It would not have been possible without Shane's team, which included the entire Lemoyne community, especially the athletic department, the student athletes from various sports. As lacrosse players and parents, we understand the lacrosse community is tight. They jumped in with both feet. A lot of those that were an integral part of the event's success are here tonight. And from my family and my brother, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. As we know, the battle was lost in Tennessee. We never got there. The money raised went to help cancer research, training for nurses. He had a couple good-looking ones, too. Not-for-profit organizations Shane was involved in, as well as the donation here to Lemoyne College. Again, thank you for honoring Shane that day, for your time and your generosity. It was a great event. Now about today, this honor. A brief history lesson maybe adds a little bit that Dickie touched on before. We grew up about, 4 or 5 houses away? And Dickie used to bang home runs in our backyard. We had a pretty good big backyard, and Dickie used to bang home runs left and right. It's pretty good. But a lot of people here don't know the only reason Dickie plays baseball is because he couldn't play lacrosse. Right, Bob? Just kidding. Seriously, Dickie, I know it's pretty neat to be up here, and we talked about it before, but I know Shane would agree that the two of you being inducted on the same night is it's pretty neat. So congratulations. When Shane was going for his job here at Lemoyne, he needed a little help learning about the Lemoyne atmosphere. And having played a couple years before he was going for the job, I kind of helped him out with a few of our friends about the atmosphere. He was told the lacrosse program's reputation, and it really wasn't a good one. It wasn't a bad one, but it really wasn't a good one. Right, Coach Rockwell? I also had to school him on Coach Rockwell, the athletic director at the time. A legend in the baseball world. But the only thing he knew about lacrosse was it was the sport that ruined the soccer field. And we also caused a little bit of havoc on campus. Shane took this newfound knowledge and made a plan. His plan was to make these student athletes winners, on and off the field, to be a team that Lemoyne and the community could count on. A group of young men who would stand up and lead the way in the classroom, in the dorms, and on the field. Coach Rockwell bought this plan, and he hired Shane. A relationship was formed, a strong bond that wouldn't be broken. Shane held true to his word. He checked on his players, or as he called them, his kids. In the classroom, he spoke to the professors about their progress. He checked with the cafeteria staff to make sure they were in line there. He spoke to other students, other coaches, and just about anybody that would have contact with his kids. He made sure they were all in line, and they were. He led his kids by example. He did not ask them to do anything he wouldn't or hadn't done himself. He was a leader, and thus he showed them how to lead. Shane brought this lacrosse program leadership and respect. He built a reputation that allowed for a stronger recruiting process, greater support from the administration, and the absolute full support of the athletic department. He began the tradition of the alumni game, coupled with a golf outing, which was a good time today. And he also organized tailgate parties for the parents so they could interact with their children and himself and make this a family. He showed his kids how to be well-rounded individuals, a complete package. If you look around this room and you talk to some of his kids, they will agree. The fact that they're here tonight tells you so. So on behalf of my family, myself, and Shane, I would like to say thank you to the Lemoyne community and the Gold Wave for inducting Shane into the Hall of Fame. But most importantly, I would like to say thanks to those student athletes that Shane coached, his kids, because when I speak to them, I see a little bit of my brother in each one of them. Thanks for holding on to what he taught you. Thanks again, and have a good night.